In the history of professional sports, few athletes have transcended their primary game to excel at another. But only one man has scored a touchdown and hit a home run in the same week. Only one athlete has played in both a Super Bowl and a World Series. That man is Deion Sanders, the embodiment of athletic excellence who didn't just play two sports professionally, he dominated them. Water covers 2/3 of the earth. Deion Sanders covered the rest. The year is 1989. A young cornerback from Florida State University arrives at his first NFL press conference, draped in gold jewelry and a striking black leather ensemble. The Atlanta Falcons have just selected him 5th overall in the draft. But this isn't just any rookie. This is prime time, a nickname earned after scoring 30 points in a basketball game during his youth. Little did the sports world know that this flamboyant 21-year-old would redefine what it meant to be an elite athlete. 3 days after signing a $4.4 million contract with the Falcons, Sanders fielded his first NFL punt against the Los Angeles Rams. What happened next would become a recurring theme throughout his career: electrifying speed, uncanny vision, and a flair for the dramatic. Sanders returned that punt for a touchdown, announcing his arrival to the professional ranks in spectacular fashion. But what made this achievement truly remarkable was that just 5 days earlier, Sanders had hit a home run for the New York Yankees against the Seattle Mariners, making him the only professional athlete to hit a homer and score a touchdown in the same week. Born in Fort Myers, Florida, on August 9, 1967, Sanders' athletic gifts were evident from an early age. At Florida State, he didn't just excel at football, he lettered in baseball and track as well. As a cornerback for the Seminoles, Sanders collected 14 interceptions, returning 4 for touchdowns, a Florida State record that still stands today. His punt return prowess was equally impressive, averaging 15.2 yards per return in 1988, leading the nation. More than 3 decades later, Sanders still holds the FSU career record for punt returns with 126 and punt return yardage with 1,429. Sanders' college football dominance earned him unanimous All-American honors in his junior and senior seasons. In 1988, he won the Jim Thorpe Award as the nation's best defensive back. But even as he was rewriting the record books on the gridiron, Sanders was making waves on the diamond as well, helping the Seminoles reach the College World Series in 1987. When the Falcons drafted Sanders in 1989, they knew they were getting a special talent. What they couldn't have anticipated was how quickly he would transform their defense and special teams. In his rookie season, Sanders intercepted 5 passes and established himself as one of the most dangerous return men in the league. But this was just the beginning of what would become a Hall of Fame career. The essence of Sanders' football greatness wasn't just in his statistics, though they were impressive. 53 career interceptions, 9 touchdowns on returns, and even 3 receiving touchdowns when he occasionally played wide receiver. What made Sanders truly special was the fear he instilled in opposing quarterbacks and offensive coordinators. There were games when teams completely avoided throwing to his side of the field, effectively eliminating 1/3 of the playing surface. As one analyst put it, "I've seen games when teams closed one eye to Sanders' side of the field because they thought that primetime's odds of catching the pass was better than the receiver's." This avoidance strategy speaks volumes about Sanders' impact. In an era before advanced analytics, the Deion effect was perhaps the most valuable defensive weapon in football. Quarterbacks who dared challenge him often paid the price. Just ask Jeff George of the Atlanta Falcons. On October 16, 1994, Sanders, now with the San Francisco 49ers, returned to the Georgia Dome to face his former team. After getting into a scuffle with former teammate Andre Rison, Sanders intercepted a George pass and returned it 93 yards for a touchdown. As he approached the end zone, Sanders high-stepped and stared down the entire Falcons sideline. A moment of theatrical brilliance that encapsulated everything that made primetime both loved and loathed. Sanders' one season with the 49ers was nothing short of magical. He intercepted 6 passes, returning 3 for touchdowns, and won the NFL Defensive Player of the Year award. More importantly, he helped lead San Francisco to a Super Bowl victory, securing the first championship of his NFL career. The following season, Sanders took his talents to Dallas, signing a 7-year, $35 million contract with the Cowboys that included a then-record $12.99 million signing bonus, a deal so revolutionary that it forced the NFL to change its contractual language because it was viewed as circumventing the salary cap. In Dallas, Sanders continued his dominance, helping the Cowboys win Super Bowl 30 against the Pittsburgh Steelers. This achievement made Sanders the first player to win consecutive Super Bowls with different teams, further cementing his legacy as a winner who elevated every team he joined. But what truly set Sanders apart from other NFL greats was his simultaneous career in Major League Baseball. While many athletes have played both sports professionally, none have done so with Sanders' level of success. Sanders' baseball career spanned 9 seasons with the New York Yankees, Atlanta Braves, Cincinnati Reds, and San Francisco Giants. While he wasn't the same dominant force on the diamond as he was on the gridiron, Sanders was an excellent base stealer and a capable outfielder with blazing speed. His best baseball season came in 1992 with the Braves, when he posted an OPS of .841 and led the majors with 14 triples in just 97 games. That same year, Sanders showcased his superhuman athletic abilities and commitment to both sports in a way that has become legendary. On October 11, 1992, Sanders played in an NFL game for the Falcons against the Miami Dolphins. Immediately after the game, he boarded a plane to Pittsburgh to join the Braves for Game 5 of the National League Championship Series. The Braves would go on to make the World Series, where Sanders batted an astounding .533 with 8 hits, 5 stolen bases, and an RBI in 4 games. He remains the only player in history to bat over .500 and record 5 stolen bases in a single World Series. Sanders' two-sport excellence wasn't just about natural ability. It required extraordinary discipline, conditioning, and mental fortitude. Playing cornerback in the NFL demands explosive speed, quick twitch reflexes, and the ability to mirror receivers' movements. Playing outfield in MLB requires similar athleticism, but also demands the patience to track fly balls and the hand-eye coordination to hit major league pitching. That Sanders could excel at both simultaneously defies conventional wisdom about athletic specialization. By 1996, Sanders had firmly established himself as one of the NFL's premier defenders. But prime time wasn't content with just shutting down opposing receivers. That season, he became the first regular starter on both offense and defense in 34 years, playing cornerback and moonlighting as a wide receiver for the Cowboys. In this dual role, Sanders caught 36 passes for 475 yards and a touchdown, while still performing his shutdown duties in the secondary. Sanders' versatility wasn't limited to playing multiple positions or sports. He scored touchdowns in virtually every way possible during his NFL career. He returned punts and kicks for touchdowns, scored on interception returns, caught touchdown passes as a receiver, rushed for touchdowns, and even recovered fumbles for scores. This remarkable versatility makes him the only player in NFL history to have crossed the goal line in every possible way. Perhaps the most impressive display of Sanders' multidimensional brilliance came on September 21, 1998, in a Monday Night Football game against the New York Giants. Sanders almost single-handedly defeated New York, becoming the first player since 1966 to return both a punt and an interception for touchdowns in the same game. The contest was scoreless through the first quarter when Sanders broke the deadlock with a 59-yard punt return touchdown in the second quarter. Later, he added a 55-yard reception to set up Dallas's third touchdown of the night. With the game already out of reach in the fourth quarter, Sanders intercepted a Danny Cannell pass and raced 71 yards to the end zone, putting an exclamation point on his dominance. The final score was Cowboys 31, Giants 7, but as one commentator noted, one score stood out among the rest: Sanders 12, Giants 7. Beyond his athletic achievements, Sanders' impact on football culture cannot be overstated. His high-stepping touchdown celebrations, signature dance moves, and audacious personality transformed how players express themselves on the field. Today, when you see players celebrating touchdowns with choreographed routines or wearing flashy accessories, you're witnessing prime-time's cultural legacy. As Sanders himself once said, "If you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. If you play good, they pay good." This philosophy extended to his fashion sense as well. Sanders was known for his impeccable style off the field, often arriving at games in custom suits and designer clothes. He famously claimed, "I never wear the same shoe twice," a statement that epitomized his larger-than-life persona. But beneath the bravado and showmanship was a fierce competitor with an unshakable belief in his abilities. "If you don't believe in yourself, how will somebody else believe in you?" Sanders once remarked. This self-confidence wasn't just talk. It was the foundation upon which his remarkable career was built. Sanders' impact on the game can be measured not just in his personal achievements, but in how he changed the value of the cornerback position. Before prime time, cornerbacks were rarely considered worthy of top draft picks or massive contracts. Sanders changed that calculus, proving that a dominant corner could alter an entire defensive scheme and neutralize an opponent's best receiver. When comparing Sanders to other NFL greats, what stands out is not just his statistical excellence, but his unique ability to change games in multiple ways. While Jerry Rice might be considered the greatest receiver of all time, Sanders could take Rice out of a game when they faced each other. While Devin Hester is remembered as perhaps the greatest return specialist ever, Sanders was nearly his equal, while also being the best cornerback of his era. Sanders' career statistics tell a story of consistent excellence: 53 interceptions, 1,331 interception return yards, 9 interception return touchdowns, 6 punt return touchdowns, 3 kickoff return touchdowns, and a career record of 95-93. He earned 8 Pro Bowl selections and was named a first-team All-Pro 9 times at cornerback. After his playing days ended, Sanders transitioned into broadcasting, serving as an analyst and commentator for NFL Network. But his competitive fire never dimmed. In 2020, he became the head football coach at Jackson State University, an HBCU, where he led a remarkable turnaround of the program. In 2022, he accepted the head coaching position at the University of Colorado, where he continues to make headlines with his charismatic leadership style and recruiting prowess. As a coach, Sanders brings the same confidence and flair that defined his playing career. "I expect to be great. I expect to do what hasn't been done. I expect to provoke change," he has said of his coaching philosophy. This mentality has already produced results, as evidenced by Colorado's upset victory over TCU in 2023, when the Buffaloes entered as 21-point underdogs but emerged with a stunning 45-42 win. Despite his success as a coach, Sanders has expressed little interest in moving to the NFL coaching ranks. "I don't have any desire or ambition to coach in the NFL," he said in 2022. "I have a problem with men getting their checks and not doing their jobs. I would be too tough as a coach in the NFL because I still have those old-school attributes." This statement reveals much about Sanders' character, his unwavering commitment to excellence, and his refusal to accept anything less than maximum effort. These qualities defined his playing career and now shape his approach to coaching. When Sanders was inducted into both the College Football Hall of Fame and the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2011, it was the culmination of a journey that began on the fields of Fort Myers, Florida, and took him to the pinnacle of 2 professional sports. His Hall of Fame credentials were never in question. 8 Pro Bowls, 9 All-Pro selections, 2 Super Bowl victories, and a Defensive Player of the Year award made his case irrefutable. What makes Sanders' legacy truly unique is not just what he accomplished, but how he accomplished it, with style, confidence, and an unwavering belief in his abilities. In an era of increasing specialization, Sanders proved that exceptional athletes could excel in multiple arenas simultaneously. He didn't just play 2 sports, he mastered them, becoming an icon in both. Perhaps most importantly, Sanders changed how we think about athletic potential. He showed that with the right combination of natural talent, work ethic, and self-belief, the conventional boundaries of sports could be shattered. Before Sanders, the idea of a player excelling at the highest levels of both football and baseball simultaneously seemed impossible. After prime time, we understood that the truly transcendent athlete could redefine what was possible. As Sanders himself once said, "If your dream ain't bigger than you, there's a problem with your dream." Deion Sanders didn't just dream big. He lived big, he played big, and in doing so, he left an indelible mark on American sports that will never be erased. In the pantheon of athletic greatness, there is only one prime time, a singular talent whose 2-sport mastery may never be equaled. For a man who once claimed, "Time is a wonderful storyteller," the story of Deion Sanders continues to inspire and amaze, a testament to what happens when extraordinary talent meets unshakable confidence. In the end, primetime didn't just play the game, he changed it forever.